Welcome back to the channel. Today we're unboxing and building and painting the FAMAS G2 from TomyTec in the Little Armory series. This is a 1/12 scale model of the rifle, service rifle that was developed for the French Navy, and I believe that was constructed from 1994. Okay, so in the pack we get our two plastic packs, a set of instructions, and a leaflet in Japanese that doesn't have anything to do with the build itself. There you go, you can see that leaflet underneath. Set of instructions. Highly recommend you read the instructions before you get started actually building, because I missed a step, and you'll see that a little bit later on, which step I built. So here on this frame we have the bipod legs, the butt plate, and the extractor cover, and the lugs that go inside the rifle. 40mm grenade here on this frame, rifle grenade, gets fired from the end of the weapon with a blank ammunition. And on this frame here we have the main rifle components. The magazine, one magazine fits inside the FAMAS, the other magazine there is purely for display purposes. We have our barrels and our trigger mechanism, cocking lever. Okay, so let's get in the build now. So we can see that's the actual FAMAS G2 on the screen there. With the barrels, there are two options. You have a standard length and a short length barrel, which was developed for commando / paratrooper use, so reduce the length of the rifle by an inch or so. I went with a standard barrel length. Okay, so let's get into the stage where we glue everything together. Before you start using glue, do check the fit between the pieces. That way you're checking for any flashing or anything that you need to remove before you put the glue in place. Removing the butt plate here now, and the bipod legs. If you don't have a clipper tool that you see me use here, highly recommend you using it. It makes it a lot easier to remove parts from the frame and not damaging them. Now you can see on the left hand side there, those were the pieces that I actually missed. So those little lugs should have been glued inside the housing of the weapon, and those bipod legs connect onto those. So I did realize that, and luckily for me the glue hadn't dried and I could go backwards and put them in place. So I'm just removing some more flashing here from the back plate, from the butt plate, and I'm using Tamiya 1500 grit sanding sponge to smooth off the excess there. Okay, checking the fit. Yep, looks good. Let's get some glue in there. Okay, looks great. Good fit. Yeah, so with the fit, you may find that there are some slight gaps, even though I was quite studious with checking the pieces. There was a slight gap in the body of the weapon in front of the trigger guard, as well as on the stock of the weapon. So I had to use a little bit of filler there just to make sure that it was nice and smooth and uniform. So see how you go. You may not need it. Maybe your fit will be better than mine, but I needed to do that. Now just looking at the bipod legs here. Now you can glue these on in place if you want to. That will then fix them in that position. But what I've chosen to do is simply push them into place so that I've got the option to have them deployed or in the retracted position. So whatever you want to do, you've got the option there. They won't stay in place if you don't use glue. So if you push them down and bring them back up again, they probably will come off, but they will just go back on again. Okay, so we've got our bipod legs in place. All done. Okay, now moving to the painting stage, we're going to paint the main body of the weapon in matte black. We're going to paint the barrel and the magazines in matte gunmetal. We're going to paint the rifle grenade in matte US light green, and we're going to do some finishing touches with aluminium on the barrel and magazines. And we'll do some finishing light brushing on the body of the weapon with gunmetal, which you can see there. I've just done some very, very light dry brushing around the edges. Overall, very happy with this model. There was a little bit of a fit issue, so I had to use a bit of modeling cement to fill some of those slight gaps in, but overall very happy with it.